In this video, I want to talk about the relationship between DMT and cymatics, or at least the perceived relationship that I think that they have. I'll start this video off by explaining quickly what cymatics is. Basically, the cymatics is basically the study of how vibration and certain frequencies end up becoming certain geometric patterns, and how when you increase the frequency, the geometric patterns start to increase in complexity. So they showed this with buzzing a specific frequency on a plate, and then they poured sand on the plate, and at each frequency the sand would arrange itself in a specific geometric pattern, and as they increased the frequency, the geometric pattern would start increasing in complexity, and it would show really beautiful patterns and different arrangements of the sand. And I'll give you guys a quick example of this visually. And this idea always kind of resonated with me in terms of what's happening with the DMT visions, because I've noticed that when I'm having my DMT visions, a lot of the times the patterns and complexity is based on the sound that I'm hearing. People often talk about the carrier wave as this certain hum. It goes like wow, 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 wow. And it's that kind of weird hum or noise that's going on. But I've noticed that anytime that frequency sort of increases in frequency and starts getting really higher pitched and more complex, I guess, the visions would also be tied to that. So I would start seeing more complex geometry and then start to actually get into certain out-of-body type experiences where I'm seeing landscapes and getting entity contact. It's very based on that frequency, and I know it's not all the time that it is that way, but for me, I've definitely noticed a relationship. So I really want to just get other people's opinion on that and their experiences, because I believe that I'm probably not the only one that notices this too. We still don't really know what the carrier wave is. We don't really know why we hear certain frequencies. I remember in one of my trips before, I was actually hearing this carrier wave, and it actually turned into a type of EDM music that sounded really alien-like. So that was the first time that I really was able to understand that DMT could actually give people inspiration in even audio and producing if they're a DJ and really want to get like a new sound. I think that actually DMT, after that experience, it actually can hold value in pretty much any sort of artistic endeavor. Before I thought it was just the visual aspect, but now it seems to be sound. I'm wondering if both music and sound is kind of related in that way. Maybe it's showing a type of relationship that they're one of the same, or two sides of the same coin. It's really interesting stuff to think about. I never really started building a philosophy on what is going on with these certain aspects of the trip and what their actual meaning is. And when I'm starting to think about it, I actually get pretty profound ideas about what I think it might be. And I just I don't know. I want to explore it more and see what kind of relationship that they have. Sooner or later, I'm going to get back into DMT. I've just still been waiting a little bit, but I really want to study more specifically on the visuals and the sound stuff, and I want to see if I can actually get something from the sound inspiration as well, because I just realized that there was a lot to take in terms of what you can get inspired by with these states, and it's not just visual. I thought it was purely just visual, but there's also sound stuff. And I'm a pianist, so I don't really know exactly how I would make use of that, but who knows, I could maybe start getting into producing. I mean, my friend is a producer, so he knows all about all the software and how to do that. He produces rhythms, so yeah, I could maybe ask him to get into it. But right now I'm still focusing on my art stuff, trying to finish my portrait drawing and stuff so that I can have a big enough portfolio to get a tattoo apprenticeship, hopefully. But that's pretty much what I wanted to share in this video. I hope you guys have experiences with cymatics and DMT and see that sort of relationship. And if you do, please let me know in the comments, and yeah, we can talk about it, and that would be really cool. So I'll see you in the next video, and have a good night.